Hey, what's up StudyBugs? Grazelli here and welcome back to my channel. So have you ever wondered how to learn a new language faster than ever? Well, I'm pretty sure that you have, especially if you decided to stick to traditional learning. But no worries, because in this video I'm gonna show you how you can learn a new language faster than you ever thought. But before diving into today's tips, let me share a bit about my background. I'm an 18-year-old computer science student from Brazil. My first language is Portuguese, but surprisingly I've taught myself English, Korean, and some Mandarin Chinese as well, using only free online resources. Learning languages is my best hobby, and I'm still picking up new things every single day. So all the tips I'm about to share here are based on my personal experience with self-learning languages. So stay tuned until the very end, because tip number 5 completely transformed how I approach language learning. And don't forget to share your language learning journey in the comments down below. So let's finally get started. The first most important thing is to expose yourself as much as you can to the language that you're currently interested in. Because if you stop to think for a second about how you learned your first language, you realize that it happened naturally by hearing your parents and everyone around you speaking your mother tongue. And surprisingly enough, speaking was the skill that you picked up right off the bat, even before learning how to write and read. So immersing yourself in a foreign language is by far the most effective method. And luckily you can do it even without living abroad, just by watching TV, YouTube, listening to podcasts and audiobooks every single day, which can be done in certain moments of your daily life, such as while you're commuting or going to bed. And the key here is to not only listen attentively to everything that you are being exposed to, but also write down every new word that you come across, on either a piece of paper or on your phone. But be sure to plan beforehand what you're gonna listen to, because when we don't have things planned, we are more prone to procrastinating and not getting anything done. And now, you might be wondering, okay, but how can I understand what I'm consuming in my target language if I don't know anything about it? Well, another thing that is truly helpful when learning a new language is to know the most frequently used words. Because by doing this, you can actually understand almost 90% of what you hear and read in that language. In fact, if you are able to use and understand at least 1,000 of the most frequently used words, we can carry on everyday life conversations. So try searching on Google for a list about the most used words in your target language. And after you're done searching, it's time to group all of those words into categories like everyday activities, emotions, food, travel, etc. This helps you to find the new words more quickly and to memorize them better. Also, putting pictures next to the words you learn and make sentences with them can make you stop translating in your head. On the same note, you might have heard that repetition is key to solidifying knowledge and moving it from short-term to long-term memory. And since language learning is mostly about repetition, I found reviewing my notes from the previous day and transforming the new words into flashcards extremely useful methods. So every single time, guys, that you learn something totally new, like a word, expression, or even a grammar point, transform it into flashcards. I particularly like to make digital ones, as I can review them just anywhere I go. And for this, I use a pretty well-known flashcard app called Anki, where I write down the word, its meaning, and a sentence using that word. And the best thing about reviewing my Anki flashcards is that it feels like I'm playing a game rather than studying. Even though inputting is an integral part of learning something totally new, outputting is even more important, guys. But unfortunately, most of the people who are learning languages are too afraid of making mistakes, and I was like that too. So they only start speaking and outputting their knowledge when they feel secure enough, which is a mistake, because there's no right level to start speaking, and putting everything you learned into practice helps you reinforce the information. So even if you can say only basic stuff and create basic sentences, don't hesitate to write about your day in your target language and striking up a conversation with a foreigner, as the more you practice the language, the more it sticks to your brain. But luckily, in today's modern world, we have so many artificial intelligence tools that can help us practice our pronunciation and even answer any questions we may come up with. Yet, my favorite one is definitely ChatGPT, guys. I mainly use ChatGPT as a conversational partner by trying to roleplay real-life scenarios with it. which I find really helpful because I don't have someone to speak Korean with. So if you don't have anyone who can speak the language you're currently learning like me, don't worry because you can always strike up a conversation with ChatGPT. And I find this tip incredibly helpful as it adds an interactive element to my language learning journey. And if you want to know more about how to learn a new language with ChatGPT, I made a whole video about it which you can check in the description down below. When I was learning English, I didn't have anyone to talk to, let alone correct my pronunciation. So I had to find my own way to improve my pronunciation, and for this matter, I used shadowing. Well, if you've never heard of shadowing before, it's a language learning technique that involves mimicking a native speaker's speech in real time by following the pronunciation, intonation, and rhythm. The best thing about this method is that you can do it while you're watching your favorite Netflix show or YouTube. And even though it's most suited for more advanced students, if you're a beginner, you don't need to try repeating complex sentences. Just try saying small ones or even isolated words, because the most important thing here is just practicing your pronunciation. And guys, I cannot even stress how powerful shadowing is, as it can make you sound like a native speaker even without living abroad. So grab your headphones, find some engaging content in your target language, and start shadowing, as it's your pathway to sound more natural, confident, and fluent in the language you're learning. So this was it, guys. In this video, you learned 6 useful methods for learning and outputting your target language, from immersing yourself in the language to using ChatGPT as a conversational partner and shadowing native speakers. But always keep in mind that what matters the most here is just finding what works best for you and making it a consistent part of your daily routine. I truly hope you found these methods helpful. And if you did, be sure to give this video a thumbs up to let me know you like this content. Don't forget to share it to help others on their language learning journey. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for more language related videos. If you have any language related questions, drop them in the comments down below. Your feedback is valuable. Thank you so much, and until next time, StudyBugs.